So hello guys and welcome back to this channel. Now today I genuinely had no idea what I was going to do. It's given bright sunlight all day and it was -5 last night and it's given -3 throughout the day, wind chill. So it is Baltic. I don't think the fish are going to be particularly biting very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for broke today. Fish something I've never done before, a rig I've never done before. And fingers crossed, just try and target 1 or 2 big fish. Just aim for a handful of bites today and keep our fingers crossed that they're going to be big fish. Now that style of rigging is something a lot of you may not have heard of before, especially in the UK, and that is stupid tube fishing. And that doesn't just describe a bait, but it describes a style that is rigged as well. And before we get fishing, I'm actually going to show you exactly how we rig up these stupid tube baits. So these are the baits that we're going to be using today to catch our hopefully specimen fish, and it's a hollow tube style bait. And the way we rig this is the stupid tube style, which involves a specific style of jig head that actually fits inside the bait. Now I've got both of these from a friend of mine, Sean. He has his own web shop, so I'll link these baits and the hooks down in the description below so you can rig these up yourselves if you fancy giving it a go, depending on how well I get on this session. So what we do is we get our hollow bait. We get our rigging, which is specially designed for these baits, this specialised jig head with an elongated weight at the front. And what you do is you pass the hook down through the hollow part of the bait, then we bring it out just before we get to the end of the bait. Now you probably want to do it maybe about ½ an inch before the end of the bait. What you want to do is leave plenty of room at the front of that bait to be able to fit the weight inside. So we push the hook through there. We pull the weight all the way down the bait, shimmying it down nice and carefully. Then when you get to the end, you turn it. So you turn in the bait and pointing the hook point towards the tip of the bait and the hook towards the back end of the bait. So it's like a weedless rigging style. And then you want to push the eye through that soft plastic at the front of the bait. And then the final bit is just to push that hook through just like you would do any other weedless style rigging. And then you've got the weight concealed inside the bait. You've got the hook weedless style, and you've got a really slimline, a subtle presentation. Like I say, no weight on the outside of that whatsoever, no exposed hook properly, and I'm going to be targeting these probably really wary and really cautious fish in the very, very cold conditions. So without further ado, we're going to crack on, get some fish. I know that's what you've been waiting for. You've been fed up with me babbling on now, ain't you? And fingers crossed we'll get some on the bank. And like I say, I'll leave a link to all the rigging options down in the description below. Sean also has a really good selection of tungsten. That's where I get most of my tungsten weights from, like chubs. I might even rig one of these baits up chub style later on to see if it makes any difference, and hopefully get some fish on the bank. There we go, fish on, fish on, fish on. Oh, that was a strong hit. If that's a perch, that could be a real good size one. But I don't think it is, it's very aggressive. Maybe a pike. It's got to be shut down underneath this bank now. Oh, it's a chub, it's a chub. It's a chub, let's do some off that drag. It was very aggressive, like even more so than a pike. Oh yes, yes, yes. It's got me tangled up. Come on, please let me land it. Oh, awesome catch in the floodwaters. Oh yes, yes, we got it. We got it. On that tube bait. Still a little slack water on the far bank. That's awesome. There we have it. That tube bait right on the corner of his mouth. And it is a beautiful specimen of a winter chub. You can definitely tell we're in winter from the colour of these fish. Bright silver almost compared to the dark bronzy browny colour that they are over the summer and autumn time. But that's an awesome catch, and I actually very rarely catch chub on lures from this local river in the winter time. I don't know if it's because I'm using a lure that's different to what I would normally use. I'm not sure, or whether it's because it's the flooded water conditions and they're more desperate for food. And it's getting back really quickly. I've had him out of the water a little bit now. But what an awesome catch. Really, really happy with that one on a cold winter's day. There we go, there we go. Only a small fish, it must be a perch. Or a small jack pike, it's fighting weird. Not as small as I thought it was. It's fighting a bit like that chub I had actually. But I doubt it's another chub. Like I say, I don't catch many chub in winter time on Lawes on this river. Normally only get maybe 1 or 2 over the entire winter time. It's another chub, it's another chub. It's another chub. Both within 15 minutes. This one's bigger than the last one too. Can't believe that. Genuinely can't believe that. Oh yes. Bigger than the last one. It's a £4 plus chub. So again on that exact same bait. Look at the size of the head on this one. Just on that tube bait, I'm just have to make sure the camera recording then. Just skin hooked as well, that one's a beast. Put up a right scrap. I thought it was a small fish at first, gave me a bit of a slackline bite. But no, absolutely fantastic looking chub. And put up really good count for himself on that soft plastic bait. And I'm really surprised because we don't normally catch many chub on Lawes in the winter time on this river. So that is a real quality fish. I'll be surprised if I catch any more actually. Must be a bit of a chub magnet. Right, let's get this one back. Fish on. Perch. Like water rapids here. Yes! There's no monster, but he's a beautiful, chubby little perch. Time for my secret location. It's one of those spots where they smash it through the ice. Are you ready? No, they're not feeding today. Cool, it's Baltic. Now, we're just coming up to the bend, just here. I don't know if you can remember, but about a month or 2 ago, I was fishing that bend using dead baits for perch. Just on this bend here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off at this back end, just have a couple of casts here, and I'm going to work away around to where I got them perched last time. There's a bit of slack on that opposite bank. And we'll see if there's any there now. I mean, well before Christmas I did that, but you never know. They might still hang out in this area anyway. Fish on. Oh, it's a chub, another chub. Another chub. What the hell? I'm sure I bumped one and lost one earlier as well. Oh, come on. Another one that's not bad. It's tricky some to land them in, but we'll try and do it. Super aggressive. Oh, we got him. We got him. Yes. On the stupid tube yet again. Oh, there we go. Absolutely crushed it. For some reason the chub seem to be obsessed with it. Another cracking winter chub in its beautiful silver winter pattern, and yeah, can't believe it. Yeah, another one. This one's probably about maybe 3.5. It's probably right in between the first one and the second one that I caught. Real beautiful winter fish, and fantastic spot on the light setup. -5 last night. It's about, I don't know, wind chill of -3 right now. It's freezing cold, but these chub are nailing the Lawes, which is absolutely awesome. We need to get some perch and pike now, and hopefully some big ones too. Let's get this one back and we'll hit some of our perch spots, I think. What a cracking fish. Now this swim, from experience I know, isn't that snaggy, so I'll actually just put a bog standard jig head on it. We'll see how we get on. There we go, fish on. Oh, I flipped it straight out. Sorry, perch. I didn't realise just how shallow water it was down there. Flipped him straight out. Sorry, buddy. Let's bring this one in. Only a small fish, so I'll just hand mine in. There we go. Probably a fish of maybe a low 30, maybe a 34. Beautiful fish. And I actually just put the stupid tube on a standard jig head, which is probably the stupidest way of rigging it, because it works so much better on a weedless rigging. I tend to always get one or two from here. See you later, buddy. There we go, there's another one. I should have put the other one in the net, shouldn't I? Back to back fish. Done a few casts of each other. That one's very similar size. Take my glove off. I think that one choked it. God, it did. Look at that. It's quite a long one actually. That one's probably similar size to the last one. Probably another 34, maybe 35, because that one's quite long. And he choked that bait. So like I say, it's probably the stupidest way of rigging a stupid tube on a standard jig head. Oh, popped it off there, look. But in a swim where I know there's not really any snags down there, it's worth it, because I mean, there's caught two fish back to back. Can't complain. Just drop this one back down there. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to turn down these fish. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. That was supposed to be fun B-roll. I'm stuck. Oh God. Did not realise how thick that ice was. There we go, there we go. Oh, it come off. That was a big fish. Just check my hook. Oh, the hook's really sharp. Just must be just taking it weird. Maybe set my drag a bit tight. I'm obviously set my drag for perch, and the couple of pike I've had have come off. See if I'll take it again. There we go, took it again. Got a proper striker at that time. It's not bad. Pike are liking this bait now. Oh, okay, he's not that big, he just looked big in the water. I guess it's big for this setup. The first swirl it had when I hooked it the first time looked like it would have been a fish of between 5 and 10 pounds, but it's definitely not that big. Keep the head down, pull them upstream, or at least two in front of you, before you lift them to the surface and try and get them into the net. Otherwise you'll really struggle. There we go. Not a bad one actually. Hooked really nicely. You know what? That's a fish of probably about 5 pounds or so. It is decent. Well, this is a very welcomed winter river pike. It's probably about a wind chill of about -3 at the minute, so this is very, very welcome. And this is a pike of probably about 5 pounds. Put up a really good scrap on the light rod and on that bait. Fantastic bit of fishing and fantastic sport on a very cold day. I tell you what, I'm gonna have to put this fish back now before he freezes my fingers off, because he is a very, very cold fish. Awesome. There we go, there we go. Oh, nice perch. Nice perch. That's just on that tube bait. I believe that pattern was the Callum. Please let me land this fish, it's a really nice one. Oh, solid perch. That is a clonking perch. It's got to be a 43. Look at that absolutely beautiful perch. Nailed on that new bait we brought out today, that tube bait. Absolutely crushed it, and that's one of the biggest perch I've caught of the winter. I can't measure it, but I can actually weigh it. I bet it's probably about 2.5 maybe. And that is quite a long fish. That's probably a 43 or 44, maybe a little bit bigger. Let's give him a rest and then we'll take a good look at him. God, how would you look at that fish, guys? What an absolute unit. That is what we're after today, using those slightly bigger, chunkier baits than what I've been using recently. Using those hollow, stupid tubes, and it's caught me an absolutely cracking perch. Got nothing to measure it, but I'm going to weigh it, and I'll probably put the weight up on screen now. I'll let you know when I let it go. Now I'm very quickly going to put this fish down in the net and just see if there's anything else in this swim, because normally when you find one big perch, you find more. Let's have a look. That is absolutely amazing. What a beautiful fish. There we go. So what a cracking fish to end the session on. Yeah, caught me a 2 pound 11 ounce perch, which was actually bigger than all the perch I weighed last year. I mean, I know I caught bigger last year, but that was one of the biggest I've caught in the last, season and a half. So absolutely fantastic fish, couldn't have asked for more. And all those chub today, what was going on? 3 fantastic chub on a freezing cold -5 last night, winter's day. Absolutely incredible. So definitely check out those baits. I'll leave a link in the description to the web shop where I got those baits from. It's a friend of mine, Sean. He owns myfishinlaws.co.uk, and you can buy the tubes and the stupid rigging that goes inside him as well from the web shop. And I actually get most of my tungsten from his website as well, so make sure you check that out too. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to like the video. If you want to subscribe, feel free, it's free, and I'll catch you guys later.